So I wanted to make another video. It's been a while and I've been asked if I've made any more videos. So I kind of was trying to put together, there's tons of things that I've been wanting to talk about or that I have to talk about. But what I thought would be probably a good thing to start with right now, it would be kind of talking about how I suffer from PTSD. And like I had said earlier, it's hard for a lot of people to understand because a lot of people think that it's simply just something the military gets, which isn't true. A lot of people develop PTSD from dealing with abusive situations in life. Trying to get the lighting right here. Oops. Okay. A lot of people struggle with PTSD that deal with abusive situations, whether it be in your childhood or in adulthood, sexually, emotionally, physically. It kind of is all over the place. Now, unfortunately, I had to deal with that in lots of different ways growing up. And then it extended into my adulthood, which I have said before. So I wanted to kind of talk about it and how it affects people who have this disease on a daily basis. So for me, I found out I had it maybe 5-6 years ago. I went in and got a psych evaluation done because my primary care doctor had said she thought I had something worse than just depression and anxiety, and she really wanted me to figure out what was going on because all the depression medication that I tried just wasn't working. And I went in and I took this questionnaire, and you have to answer it 1 to 5 how you feel about these things, something like that. I don't really remember. And when I got done, the person said they had never seen such a high score on a sheet of paper and that I had it really severely. And they kind of explained to me what it was, that you kind of go back and forth. I'm having an off day, by the way, as well. My PTSD has been very triggered recently, and I can't really explain why. So I'm kind of going back and forth as it is. So like I was saying, they had never seen such bad PTSD on, from this questionnaire. At least this person hadn't when I did it. And it made a lot of sense to me with the things I've been through that would be what I had, because I had been misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder back when I was 17. Back when I was 17, I ended up having a complete mental breakdown. The year before, when I was 16, I ended up getting raped, and it was by someone I didn't know very well, and I went on a date with him, and it happened. And I kind of pushed it into the back of my head for a while because I didn't really want to think about it. Okay, it happened, I'm just letting it go. And I really went into denial about it. It wasn't something I wanted to ever think about again. And when it was probably not even 3 months after that, I started dating somebody who ended up being my first abusive ex-boyfriend. And he brainwashed me really fast. I wish I could tell you how, but he just did. And he was very physically abusive, but he kind of disguised his physical abuse. He would wrestle me. He did MMA fighting, and he would ask if I wanted to wrestle, whether we were with friends or by ourselves. And it didn't matter if I said no, because it happened anyway, and I did. I said no all the time. And he would pin me down to the ground. Sorry, my dog's saying hi. He would pin me down to the ground, and I learned how to grapple pretty quickly, because otherwise I'd be on the ground in pain for hours, crying for him to let me up, and it wouldn't happen. And then I found out I was pregnant about a month into our relationship, and I told him, and he was excited, and he said that he was going to marry me, and I was beyond ecstatic. I was going to be married to somebody because I was a naive teenager that thought I needed to be married by the time I was 18 and have a family, which you don't need to do. Just don't do it. Usually to the wrong person unless you're really lucky. And when I was only, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks along, I started to get like that tiny little belly, which my family shows very early on in pregnancy. And his brother had asked him if I was pregnant because he was starting to see like changes.
Yeah, what's up?